Hello, children. How are you? I hope you're taking good care of yourself. Okay, now I'm Nitika, your resource room teacher, and this week again I have come back with a very interesting class for you. Now, if you remember, in the last class we had seen and learned about cleanliness, right? We learned how important it is to clean our hands. And we also met somebody called Mr. Germ. Yes. And we also saw how bad Mr. Germ can be. He can go inside our body and he can make us fall sick. And at the end of the presentation, we also learned how important it is to wash our hands with water and soap. Now children, this week we are going to do a very interesting experiment. Now this experiment is called glittery germs. So are you ready?
Alright children, so now we are going to do a very interesting experiment that is going to teach us why it is important to wash your hands with soap. And also we will be able to see how the germs spread from one person to another. And just like a scientist, you have to make an observation sheet at the end of your experiment. I'm going to show you how to do that. So first, let's take a look at the experiment. So are you ready? So for this experiment, we need oil. So here I have taken coconut oil and you need some glitter. Now if you do not have glitter at home, not a problem. You can go ahead and use tea leaves for that. Or you can even use pepper powder. Just be careful that you do not rub those hands into your eyes. Just be careful about that. Okay, so oil, glitter and a tissue paper. So that is all that we need for this experiment. Now children, let's get started with our experiment. Now first I'm going to take oil and put some drops on my hand. Now let me just rub this oil nicely the way we wash our hands. Similarly, I'll just put the oil all over my hands. Now take some glitter and let's just sprinkle a bit of a glitter on the hand. And now again I'm going to rub my hands. Now children, take a look. Can you see the glitter is all over my hands? Let's imagine that this glitter are the germs. Now let's take a look if we can get rid of these germs by simply wiping them off with a tissue. Now I'm taking a tissue and I'm trying to clean my hands. Can you see that? Even after cleaning my hands with the tissue, the glitter still remains on my hand. Now children, take a look at my hands, how they look when I wash them with soap and water. Not a single glitter on my hands. This is what exactly happens when you try to get rid of the germs by simply wiping it with a tissue or cleaning it with a hanky. The germs do not die if you use a tissue or a hanky. So the only way to get rid of the germs is by washing your hands with soap and water. Now children, let's take a look at something very interesting. How do germs transfer or go from one person to another person? Now children, see how I transfer germs to my son with whom I'm going to shake hands. Come on Divan, let's shake hands. So here I am shaking hands with my son and take a look. Did you see that? The germs from my hands have transferred to my family. So children, this is how the germs transfer from one person to another. And the only way to stop this is by washing hands with soap and water. Now children, I want you to repeat the experiment at home. Take help from your mother, and if glitter is not available, you can use tea leaves or you can even use pepper powder. At the end of the experiment, do make an observation sheet. I have shown the whole process at the end of the video. Watch it and follow. Alright, so bye-bye and all the best. Alright children, now just like a scientist, we too are going to record our observation. Now observation means to see. Observation का मतलब होता है कि आपने क्या ध्यान से देखा. So once you have done the experiment, whatever you saw happening in the experiment, you have to show that on these 2 sheets of paper. आपने जो भी experiment में observe किया, ध्यान से देखा, वो आप इन 2 sheets of paper पर draw करेंगे या दिखाएंगे. So on this sheet, on the first sheet that says observation 1, I want all of you to draw your hand the way it looked when you wiped it with a tissue. And on the second sheet, you are going to show me your hand the way it looked when you cleaned it with soap and water. Now children, make these 2 observation sheets, take a picture, and then if you wish, you can send it to me. And let's see how great you scientists are. Bye-bye.